This video is brought to you by Mohammed Marzooqi Advocates and Consultancy. In today's video, we'll be looking at how to assess a medical malpractice case. The initial steps to assess a possible medical malpractice case is to determine whether the patient were harmed after getting medical care or hospitalized, and if the medical practitioners acted negligently, which means they failed to follow the appropriate standard of care. And as a result of the medical negligence, this resulted in injury or harm to the patient. If this is the case, they may have good potential for a medical malpractice lawsuit. We can also ask some of these basic questions to assess a potential medical malpractice claim. Did the patient perform a straightforward medical procedure but was worse off when they initially went in for the medical service? Did the physician or hospital misdiagnose a serious illness? Did the medical laboratory provide a wrong or did they misinterpret the test results? Did the surgeon perform surgery on the wrong body part or leave a medical instrument inside the patient's body? Did the physician prescribe an overdose or the wrong dosage of medicine which led to a harmful side effect? Did the patient get an infection while staying at the hospital? Did the radiologist misinterpret the X-ray or CT scans? Did the specialist improperly perform a cesarean C-section, leading to birth injuries and defects to the newborn baby? These are all examples of situations that could be the result of medical malpractice. However serious a complication injury after receiving medical care does not necessarily mean that there's been a medical malpractice. Medical malpractice can only be determined by further investigation. Being a well-known physician or a big hospital does not necessarily imply that their conduct is legal. Whilst most medical service providers intend to provide the highest standard of care for their patients, even the best physicians and hospitals can be prone to mistakes. The best advice is to simply trust your instincts. If you think that you might have a potential medical malpractice case, then it is worth seeking a specialized medical malpractice lawyer to discuss the details and the lawsuit success as soon as possible. As like most personal injury lawsuits, a medical malpractice lawsuit have certain time limits, also known as statutes of limitation, by which medical malpractice lawsuits must be filed or forever barred. Just because one can file a medical malpractice lawsuit, this does not necessarily mean that a medical malpractice lawsuit should be pursued or that it will be successful. Whilst there are many reasons to file a medical malpractice suit, some individuals will seek to simply hold someone else responsible for their suffering, whilst others seek monetary compensation for their injuries to pay for medical expenses, future bills, loss of work, and any other damages. In most cases, medical malpractice lawsuits are complex, time-consuming, expensive, and often emotional. Whilst the reward of success of the case can be significant, for some people it's just not worth it. If the injuries are not serious or permanent, then the medical malpractice case may not be worthy of your trouble, since there are judicial fees that should be paid in advance, in addition to the lawyer's fees. Even if a medical malpractice case can be filed, it is essential to decide whether it's something that should be pursued or not. Once a decision has been made to pursue a possible medical malpractice lawsuit, the next step is hiring the right medical malpractice lawyer. So at Mohammed Marzooqi Advocates and Consultancy, we provide comprehensive legal services including but not limited to general representation, counselling and litigation before all courts of law governed by the United Arab Emirates Judicial. We are waiting for your call. Please contact us now for your consultation and legal advice. Alternatively, you can visit our website, which is www.ml-advocates.com.